Being the son of Johnny and June Carter Cash was my path. That's all. It was an interesting path. I'm grateful for the path that I had. It's hard for me to say that my experience growing up was unique, was a struggle, was glorious. My experience was solely my experience. My parents were my best friends when I was a kid. We had wonderful times together. We went on great adventures together. We had good times and then we had struggles. We had bad times, we had painful times. When first I was approached with the idea of writing a book about my mother, it took me a while to actually make up my mind to do it. I knew it would be a major undertaking. I knew it would be a spiritual journey, but I also knew that it would probably be a path of pain and grief also because of the loss. But I felt like it would be a wonderful legacy to leave for my children and say, who was your grandmother? Well, this is who she was.
June was born into country music royalty. She was born in 1929, less than 2 years after the beginning of country music.
Oh, I'll twine with flamingos and waving black hair.
You had Maybelle and her 3 daughters driving from venue to venue by themselves. They were the beginning of the strong female presence in country music. June knew Hank Williams. She married the Opry's greatest star at the time, Carl Smith. She knew Elvis. She was best friends with Patsy Cline. All of this was before Johnny Cash ever came into the picture.
My mother stood for good things. She stood for purity. She stood for relationship with family. She was an image of a strong Southern lady. My mother is a musical icon in some ways to so many people because, of course, one thing, she was standing beside my father. She was the perfect fit for a duet partner with my father. There was the stage persona of Johnny and June Cash, and then there were the husband and wife that had a more quiet existence at home and then enjoyed just spending time together. But there were elements of both of those realities that came into play in both places. There were elements of their love that were part of their stage personas that were just as honest and true on stage as they were at home, away from everybody. And then, of course, there were the darker images of Johnny Cash or, you know, the troubled things, sometimes at home.
This was not an easy book for John Carter to write. Looking at his parents and putting down on paper the difficult memories that he brought with him over his lifetime, their struggles with addiction, their pain, the loss of their family members, the ups and downs of their careers. Having to do that as a son was very, very painful for him. And it was a catharsis for him. It helped him as he was coming to terms with his parents as people.
I hope that the reader, when they read Anchored in Love, has an understanding of why I titled it that. Because my mother's life was based on love and forgiveness. She was forgiving. As much as anyone I've ever known in my life, she had that spirit within her. That was who she was first, before she went into the public, before she told of this faith. She whispered in quiet prayer before she sang the songs of glory.
Well, there's the dark and a troubled side of life.
To look into the life of my parents and to study their life in a scholarly way was a unique experience for me, something I had never done. It became apparent that I didn't know nearly as much as I thought I did. There was a mystery about them. And I believe that if I, in my writing the book, tried as hard as I could with great understanding to remove that mystery, it would be impossible. There is no way to remove that mystery totally of who they were, and I don't understand it. So if you get the book and you think I understand, you're probably wrong. I don't. I don't fully understand who they were, and I really don't think that I ever fully will understand who they were. I accept that mystery. and I appreciate it. And that's part of what makes them so much larger than life.
It will keep on the sunny side of life.